Why do we have this banquet? And I thought of three principal reasons why we do it. The first one is, we do this out of thanksgiving. First and foremost, we give thanks to God because the vision for this ministry and the outreach that occurs and the help that occurs in the lives of real men and women, boys and girls here in this community is really inspired, and it's a vision from God. And when these volunteers and these board members and all the folks who come together to work as one team to minister in the community and to help people back on their feet, it is really the hands and the feet of God. And so we come here tonight to say thank you, to give thanks for what's been done. And not only to give thanks to God who inspires us and who works through us and who deserves all the glory and all the credit, but to our human counterparts, all of you, all of the volunteers, all of the friends, all of the donors, the churches and all of the civic groups and all the folks who come together to do this. You know, I was thinking earlier that this ministry has never been about a large group of people coming together and making it happen, or about powerful people coming together and making it happen. It's really come down to individuals, churches, families, people who have a common bond and a common interest in together lifting our community. And so we say thanks tonight to God. We say thanks tonight to those individuals and those families and those friends who have come together to make this happen. And the second thing that I think about as we come together tonight, it's not only to say thanks, but also for remembrance. You know, throughout the scriptures, the Lord instructs us to make a remembrance. Not to just move on when we've seen great things. Not to just forget where God has moved and where great ministry has occurred, or where we've seen miracles, or where we've seen people rise and get back on their feet. But to go back and to mark that place and to remember. Because that memory instructs us and it makes us better. And then it also points the vision for the future. And so tonight we come together to look back on 2010 and years gone by, and the great work that this ministry has done and this agency has done, ministering to this community at large. Sometimes we think that, you know, it's in the getting that we're blessed, but really it's in the giving that we're blessed. And so when you give, whatever you give, however small, it's not just monetary contributions, but your time and your heart and your energy. It just comes back to all of us, multiplied so many times over. And that's what it's all about. And as I close out this section, we have noted here our gold sponsor, Morningstar Financial Services. And we just really want to give thanks to partners like Morningstar, because they really make it happen for us. And as I said, it's never been about a huge group of people coming together and making this happen. Many times throughout this agency, it's been one person, or one company, or one church, or one family, or one couple.
Every time I think about the contribution that has been made by our donors and partners and volunteers and staff and board members, just want to thank you all again. And thank you for coming this evening. These are tough economic times. And I do not take it for granted, I mean, our team of Oasis doesn't take it for granted that you spent your funds and your hard-earned money to be here with us this evening. We truly appreciate it. Well, this year's video, for those of you who have been coming for a while, we wanted to do it a little bit different this year. We didn't focus so much on accomplishments in terms of the people's testimonials and so on. We wanted to dedicate this videos to our partners, because we wanted you to see just how many hands are involved. A lot of times people will, because I'm the founder, they'll give me a lot of credit. But what I like to say back to people is, let me tell you, there are thousands of hands involved in Oasis. God gave me just one thing, the vision to start it. But everything else that we have accomplished was through the hands of so many people. And this year's video, I'm hoping that you could see just a glimpse of how many people helped us to accomplish our mission. The scrolling at the end was just a partial list. Oasis's biggest base of supporters are still individuals. We could not put a category for individuals because it would be scrolling for the entire evening. And there's so many more individual funders out here I want to thank. But this year's video was more to really emphasize the fact that with Oasis, there's many hands doing this work. We are a true community effort, and it takes a lot of work to do this job. And in order for us to continue to grow and to reach into the community, to touch and change people's lives in a meaningful way, we need to have our current partners not just continue to support us, but we're also going to ask you to help us to engage other people, to help us with our mission. Because we need to go to our next level. We celebrated 7 years this year, and it was a true turning point year for us. We opened our Women's Center this year, and for many, you could really argue that this was the worst time to expand or grow your business. But we really believe that we have a big God, a God who planted us right in the heart of Palm Beach County, because the Lord knew that the people in Green Acres and Lake Worth and West Palm Beach and Lantana needed to get the food that we offered, and the clothing, and the biblical and mental counseling, and the job training, and all the different services that we offer to the community each and every day. The Lord knew that. He wasn't surprised. The Women's Center is for women who want more. They want more self-esteem, a bigger picture of themselves. They want to be empowered. There's so many women in Palm Beach County who are victims. They are living in a mental prison, and they need someone to free them. And this is what we do. This is what we offer. And that is why we need you to continue to help us. Now, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be calling some of you so I could sit with you for about 30 minutes to talk about how to become a corporate sponsor. Now, you could help me, though, by calling me instead and saving time for both of us. So, I just want to thank you guys again. There's great things left still undone in our community. But we have demonstrated that you and I, us and you, together, know how to get the job done. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Ain't she great? She hates when I do that kind of stuff. As Sharon says, it really isn't about her or about any one person. It's really all of our friends and partners coming together to make this happen. And I really hope that that message came across in the video as you saw all of the churches, you saw the corporations, you saw the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts, you saw the individual groups, you saw the corporate partners, you saw so many different elements of the community working together. You know, I said earlier that I'm a minister, and one thing I've noticed in ministry circles, sometimes it's hard to get ministries or even churches to work together, you know? We all have our little territories. But Oasis has been one of those places where those territories just fall away. As you, I don't know if you noticed in the video, you know, there were Methodist churches and Baptist churches and Presbyterian churches and non-denominational churches and other houses of worship and friends who come together and say, you know what, we're going to put aside those denominational issues, we're going to put aside those divisions, we're going to come together in a true brotherhood and sisterhood, and we're going to work together to make this happen. And that's just always such a joy to me to be able to be a part of that. And so we really do thank you. And a wise person once said, you're either a part of the solution or potentially just a part of the problem, you know? And so it's good to be a part of the Oasis, because as being a part of the Oasis, you are a part of the solution.